Welcome into the big three. And today, the first thing I'm getting into is how in the world do you use your phone to make you a better hooper? The phone can do a lot of things, but first we're going to get into how can your phone make you a better hooper? 4 different ways. So number two, the second part of this big three is how do you warm up? Like, should we be using static stretches where we just sit down or bend over, touch your toes as our warm ups? Help you guys break that down. Last but not least, we're gonna get into the mindset. Should you hate to lose or should you love to win more? Which side should we be on when it comes to motivating us to be a great hooper and a great athlete? Break it down for you today's big three. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's get it. Yo, what is going on, man? I am BeBall Jones. I am simply a basketball trainer that is here to bring you the blueprint, the stories, and the mindset to help you make progress in your game. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's get it. So the phone has come a long way, man. You can do first it was just phone calls, then you start doing text, and you start putting all different apps and stuff on there. You can do a lot of different things with the cell phone. And so one of the main things you can do is actually make you a better hooper. Okay. So the first way it can make you a better hooper is by being able to watch film. The second way you make you a better hooper is by watching film of yourself. The third way is that you can take that phone, communicate with other hoopers, and connect with them. And then the fourth way is to just become a nerd and learn more about the game and how to become a better trainer. You get your training better in general. So first and foremost, you need to be watching film. If that is watching pro players, finding your favorite player to train and be like, find a favorite player that you have similarities to or you want to be like, find their stuff and take all their moves, take the philosophies, take whatever you can from these pro players, steal it, make it yours. Watching the game at the college level. If you want to play Power 5 basketball, D2, whatever, watch basketball at this level because you start to understand a lot more of the team concept, the ways that you can fit what you have, your skill set, into a team game. So if you know that you're an up and down pace player, you're a point guard likes to run a gun, watch teams that do more run and gun style offenses and games that fit more of you and your style. So if you get the opportunity to get recruited, it'll make more sense for you to know what the style is, how to play at that level, whether it's running an offense or being a defender at that level. So watching film is a great and simple tool to make sure that you are able to be a sponge and soak in what you can from these guys. And this goes into part number two. So I have sat here many of times and filmed and recorded myself when I was training growing up. So you can do the same thing. Take your phone, set it up on a cone or a trash can, whatever. Buy a tripod if you need to, and just record yourself while you're training and working out. Because I can't tell you how many times that I've recorded one of my players in his sessions, and then I showed them themselves, and they're like, "Oh, that doesn't look like what it should look at all. I see what the issue is. I see what the problem is." So I showed it, and I told them about it. They're going through it. They're kind of struggling, figuring out what the problem is. What's the disconnect? Then I'll record it and show it to them. And like, oh, okay, I see now what the problem is. And then from there, the problem gets fixed. So especially if you don't have a trainer of your own, it becomes a lot easier to kind of train yourself when you can actually look at yourself and record, see what's going on. So if you want to change your shot, record yourself doing your shot, see what's going on and fix it. If you want to get better with moving the ball handler, record yourself doing the move and then go back and look at it to see, I should have did it this way, should have did it that way. Maybe I shouldn't get a little bit lower, get a little bit higher, place the ball this way because this is going to happen. But if you compare one and two together where you're watching film of the pro player, you're watching film of your favorite player or the player you want to be like, and then you're recording yourself and watching yourself, you can put those two together and be like, man, I seen this move that this player did. I saw Ant-Man hit this move. I want to go out and try to hit this move. So now you record yourself doing it and you see what he's doing. You put them side by side, put them face to face, and it's like, okay, I'm looking pretty decent compared to what Ant-Man is doing or what Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is doing or whoever. So now you have a thing to kind of measure yourself against to be like, okay, I have these 4 moves I want to add. Let me see how I can add it and put it in my game. If it looks right, doesn't look right, whatever. So easy, simple way for you to get better by using a phone is watching film of other players and then going back and watching yourself, putting those two together. Okay. But comment below who you feel like your favorite player is to steal from. Do you have a player that you like to watch film of the most and steal from their moves and take their game and put it in your game? Let me know if you have somebody that you love to just like watch their film and put it in your game. Okay. So the third thing is that like I kind of think we forget that the phone is used to communicate with others, but the most powerful thing you can use to communicate with others and go hoop with them. Because yeah, training by yourself is cool. That's amazing. You should do that too. But hooping with others is fun. It's so many different things that you get benefit of when you hooping with other hoopers. You know, you might still a move from them. You hooping with your homeboy, and you're like, oh, I ain't seen that move before. That look kind of nasty. How you do that? So you get to see in real time, watch somebody do it. And so, you know, you might try it right after them, or you can get a training session with them, and then you can play around with them. And you competing with each other. You can guys can go out and on the court and just shoot around with each other. It's nice to be around other hoopers, just to be able to talk and just joke and have people and friends that have a common mission, a common goal, and you can share that experience with them. So use that phone to hit up and text somebody else, FaceTime, whatever. Like, yo, let's go meet up outside of the park, or go meet up at this gym, or I'm coming to your house, I'm shooting around hooping. Because listen, if you about my age or older, you know exactly how it feels. So when I was like young, like elementary school, before phones was like as accessible as they are now. Like we had house phones, but your folks had a phone, but you didn't have one. So we really have to like pre-plan all of our plans. So when we were at school or we were on the bus, like, hey man, who house we going to today? We're gonna go to Joe house today. All right, cool. And if you live in the neighborhood, you might talk, hey, we're gonna try to do da da da. Man, give me about 30 minutes because I gotta do this with my dog, or you might, maybe an hour, maybe because I gotta do my homework, whatever. So you get home, bring your ball with you, or you on your bike or whatever, go down there. Excuse me, can Joe come out and play today? Oh no, sorry, baby, he can't make it. He gotta finish his homework. Give him about 20, 30 minutes, he should be done. All right, yes, ma'am, thank you. Go down to your next partner house. Do. Hey, can Justin come out to play today? No, he can't come out right now. He got in trouble, so da 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 da. Dang. Next house. Do. Hey, can Isaac come out to play? Yeah, Isaac will be here in a second. And you just had to like really network by going to door, driving around your neighborhood, whatever. Or you have to pre-plan it at home. I mean, at school before you get home. Like, hey man, where we going today? Whose house we hooping at? What park we going to? Man, see if your mom can pick me up. Blah blah blah. Y'all got it so much more simple to have access to, especially if you have a goal at your house or a park or something in your neighborhood. Man, just use your phone to give you more access to other hoopers and other players, so you guys can connect a lot easier. And it's more fun than just training by yourself all the time. Finding the balance between those two. But then last but not least, the simple way, number 4, that you can get better by using a phone is basically what you're doing right now. Is finding more information about how to become a better player, whether that's looking up other trainers and seeing what drills you can take from them, and seeing more resources out there, and just learning more about the game in general. Figuring out like a great trainer that has a pretty dope podcast and watching his content and stuff is a very simple way that you can get better. Duh. And then going to the YouTube pages of all these trainers, and the Instagram page and Twitter and TikTok and all these other things that, have access out there that you can go steal from, and just know what you want to do after that. So use it as a resource, as a tool to grow yourself and your game, and not just as a tool and resource to have fun on. Like, cool that you can play games and stream, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount, Apple, all that stuff. That's cool. Amazon, it's amazing. Disney Plus, I like it too. But you can use it also to grow your game, become a better hooper too. So don't just waste the all the benefits of the phone for just entertainment, just for cool stuff. Use it as a tool to help you grow your game too. All right. So let me know if there's anything else I missed that you feel like, man, I could use my phone for this thing too. And that could be number 5, or that could be number 6, or that could be number 7. So drop in the comments below what you think and what you feel that another tool or another way that the phone can be used as a tool to help you grow your game. But if you don't have anything else, man, I appreciate you for listening in. Get up out of here. Hey, hold on. Time out real quick. We're going to get back to the episode. I know you're enjoying it. I know you're enjoying the show. But I need you to help me real quick, and to make sure that this episode can grow, make sure this podcast, the show can grow overall, and you can keep getting great guests like this. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along. So if you watch right now on YouTube, help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Go ahead and do it real quick. If you're listening in your car, chill out for a second. If you're on Apple or on Spotify, just like when you get a moment, hit the follow button, but not right now while you're driving. If you're working out or something, or you're chilling in your room, then go ahead and subscribe with me. Like, help me help you, okay? But thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna stop interrupting so you get back to the episode. Thank you. Man, it's interesting sometimes as a trainer to see players still. First thing you do when you touch the court, or first thing you do before you lift, is static stretching, meaning you, like, say you sitting down on the ground and you bend over to where you're touching your toes, or your, left hand crossing over to hitting your right foot. And these static stretches are things that I feel like we kind of progressed past, and we kind of move forward to doing this and knowing that. But I see we're not. So this video is to help you guys out. So to warm your body up, to the proper way to get your body prepared to warm up is more of dynamic stretching and less of static stretching. Dynamic means more of a sporadic, more of a engaging movement of stretches. Static is when you're sitting there, you just statically holding, you're just sitting there, and there's a pause. It's this momentary spot pocket where you're kind of doing nothing almost. And think about it like this: if you had this rubber band and it's just sitting here, you took it and you put it in the freezer, or you even put it in the refrigerator. An hour later, you took it back out. You can move the rubber band, but it's not as loose as it was before when it's more neutral. When it's just, room temperature spot, when it's room temperature. So you took it and moved it around. It'll work, but sometimes it won't be as free. It'll be a little more rigid, a little stiffer than it was before. Versus you took that rubber band, put it in the microwave. If you took it and you just start playing around with it, stretch it out here and there, not too far because it can break and it can pop. But you take it and you just stretch it a little bit as far as you can go, and maybe a little bit further. You can just play around with it, keep moving it, going forward, going backward, stretching it. If you did it over a time frame, you will see it get a little bit looser. You can stretch a little bit wider, and the rubber band will actually feel a little bit warmer. So think about that rubber band as your muscles. If you want to get your muscles to be a little bit more looser before you get programmed to do everything, before you get into your game, before you get into your lifts, you want to start doing more movements that are like similar to a rubber band would. You wouldn't sit here and just take a rubber band and stretch it and hold it like this. You can just hold it, keep it sitting there, because one, it might just break and it might pop. But then two, it's just, it's stretched out, but now it's a little bit, it's at that longer length, but it doesn't have the same recoil and the same pop that you would before. But if you had it where it's warmer and you stretched it out, you do your thing, lengthen it up. It gets longer in length and it gets looser and it gets warmer. And it can actually sit there if you need it to. But it can also sit back and have the snap back and the recoil that you're looking for. So all I'm saying all this to say that your warm should be more dynamic, meaning you're stretching your muscles through movement. So you see a lot of people start off with jogs. You see a lot of people start off on a treadmill or something, on a bike, or just small little jumps, like jump rope or anything. Or you are doing stretches, but it's more of you're doing leg kicks or high knees or something similar to where you're not just sitting here holding positions with your static stretches. You're moving more dynamically, you're moving more sporadically to where your muscles have a chance to stretch and then kind of come back in. You can lengthen it and shorten and strengthen. You can strengthen your muscles by having that looser, more warmth feeling, and then getting into these positions versus being static, trying to force these positions in. Your body's like, I ain't quite feeling it yet, so I'm kind of not going to do what I want you to do. I'm going to do what's going to keep me safe. And then we can hold the position if you want to, but I'm not liking it. I'm not feeling it. But if you do dynamic stretching when your body's looser and warmer, it's like you're easing your body down and say, hey, we're going to do more strenuous work here. But I just want to like elevate you and gradually take you up this road rather than going from here, stretching and forcing your body to go to 100 and then you're lifting. So I want you guys to think about it like a rubber band. If you don't want your rubber band to pop and you don't want to just break it, you want to keep it strong, you want to keep it to where you're going to have a rubber band fight and you snap rubber bands at people, or if you to keep it to where it has that tension, you can't go from 0 to 100 where the rubber band's this long and it's cold and it's frozen, so you're trying to stretch it out all the way out here. It's not going to work the same. But if you gradually stretch it, move it, play around with it, throw it a little bit, but it's not going to go too crazy, then that at some point it's going to get a little bit longer and a little bit longer, and a little bit longer, to where it still has the same strength and it has the same pop to it. But the benefit is it can go back how you need it to. And the chance of its popping is lower unless you're stretching it way too far outside of the range of where it should be going, it's going to pop. It's another conversation, but you mostly have the same capacity to where now you're warmed up and you're good to go. So if you want to get your body prepared the right way, warm up. That can simply be you just go get in the sauna. You can just get your body warm, get that rubber band warm and moving more versus just forcing it to these motions and forcing it to go from 0 to 100, stretching out more than it should be. So dynamic stretches aren't this thing that's cute to just force you to spend more time. That's me being a good coach. Just know you need this. Your body needs this to prepare. But if you're able to uh, get the dynamic stretching done, the workout would be a little bit better for you because now your body's more comfortable and a little bit more prepared for the workout, prepared for you to be great. And if you just need to do stretches for whatever reason after you get done with your dynamic stretching, then you can do it on the static stretching. Or after your workout to help you cool down, throw in static stretching. Because sometimes you do need that, but to warm up with, not the greatest option. So to know what this dynamic stretching could look like, it could change up. It could be a lot of different things. It could be just doing some lower level plyometrics where you're doing like just light jumps, like pogo jumps or jump ring rope or something like that. It could be doing some level of some ladder drills. It could be doing uh, some type of movement, some very light yoga type of movements where you're kind of flowing from one thing to the next. And you don't want to sit here and hold it, but you do want to get to where you're moving your body and kind of getting your body into certain positions, moving a little bit more how you want it to. So many different options you can do for dynamic stretches, but it's up to you to kind of figure out what the right thing is and what works for you and what gets your body prepared the best for the overall goal, the overall mission of either, getting ready for practice or you're getting ready for a game or you're getting ready to lift and work out. It's up to you for the most part to figure out what works best. But what's not up to you is to not do dynamic stretching and not do some level of pre-prepping for your workout. And I'm hoping that this video helps you out to realize that I shouldn't be doing static stretching. I should be doing more of a dynamic stretch to get my body prepared the right way or a better way than what I'm doing now, so static stretching. So appreciate you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. Okay. Another time out. Okay. Look, if you got to this point, you have to be enjoying the episode. Like you have to. At this point in the episode, you're enjoying it. So help me help you. Just if you're on Apple right now and you're on your phone, okay, just take your phone, press the subscribe button. It's right there. Just do that with me. Even if on your laptop, take your mouse, boom, click over, boom, do your thing. Now you subscribe. Now you linked in because you don't want to miss the next great episode that I have. But doing stuff like this helps the episode grow, makes the show grow, and the podcast grow so I can keep getting great guests and keep doing great interviews. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, take a second, look at your phone, press the follow button, okay? And share with a friend or two because you'll find the value in this. You want to have this conversation with your friends so they can have the same value. Now the whole basketball community can grow. All right? Thanks for listening so far. I'm going to get out your way. Let's get back to the episode. Appreciate you. Big fan of Kobe. If you've been following me long enough, you kind of know this. If you're new to it, appreciate you tuning in anyway. Welcome to one of the biggest Kobe fans possible. And I remember seeing this interview where they asked Kobe, does he love to win or does he hate to lose? And most people have, like, put it in the comments what you think it was before. Like, before I give you the answer, what do you think his answer was? Do you think that he loved to win or that he hated to lose? Which one do you think it was? All right. So the answer kind of surprised me a little bit. I forgot the answer to this video. I hadn't seen it in a while. He was like, it's easy. It's neither. Kind of like, wait, what? She asked, like, hold on, you playing some Jedi mind trick on me? Like, neither? He said, no. So the thing is, we think about it in a weird way. Like, if your goal is to win, you kind of get to a place where you get complacent with winning. But if you hate losing, you kind of run away from that too. But I'm in that space where I just enjoy the process. I enjoy the grind. I enjoy the workouts. I enjoy the training. I enjoy everything from beginning to end, not just the beginning or the end. So the end goal is not what phases him. The end goal is not what motivates him as much. But that's the goal we're going after. But I enjoy being excellent in the process. I enjoy being great every single day that I can be. And I know sometimes that gets kind of weird to get into, but I think that's the right mindset to have because sometimes, like if you're playing in a season and you're looking at the goal of having the championship by the end of the year, and you're in preseason mode or you're early in your season, sometimes you can get kind of like wild out here. This kind of gets boring, kind of gets mundane. But it's in those pockets, it's in those moments that you kind of separate yourself from other teams. You start to get complacent and you realize that, man, this is a long season, or man, this is so much time between now and the championship. Oh, we'll worry about the championship when it gets there. And you have pockets where you're winning games, and you're like, yeah, man, it's great to win the games, man. We on a 3 or 4 game winning streak, or we're a 10 game winning streak. We're undefeated this year. It's cool. That's amazing. Or you're on the other end of the spectrum. Man, we just lost 5 in a row. Man, we haven't won a game all season. This team is sorry. What are we doing? You got to ignore both of those sides. You have to lock into making sure that today's practice, we're doing what we can to get it better, to be a better team and get better results. Today's workout, me training, I'm getting better today to make sure that that's going to move me forward closer to my goal overall. I'm going to enjoy the sleep I get tonight, the meals I'm eating. I'm going to enjoy the weightlifting session. I'm going to be locked into my training session with my trainer. I'm going to lock into every bit and piece of this process to make sure I'm making progress. To get to this end goal of what I'm aiming to get to, I'm locking in every day how I should be. Because if you get too caught up in the losses, you lose yourself in being a loser. If you get too caught up in the wins, you get too caught up in the fact that you're winning. Because if you get too high, you get caught up on you being on this roller coaster of winning 10 in a row, you're going to lose out the things that got you to 10 in a row and thinking that it's just going to be a given and come to you. But then you get caught up on the 10 losses in a row. You get caught up on the things that can get you out of that hole and say, hey, yes, we lost 10 in a row, but today or tonight, we're winning this one. We're going to be 1-11 now. So Kobe was locked in on today. He was locked on the process, the everyday journey, the everyday goal of being better today than I was yesterday. The Mamba mentality of perfecting my craft and being who I am, outworking the Kobe Bryant today has to be better than Kobe Bryant of yesterday. The Kobe Bryant tomorrow has to be better than the Kobe Bryant today. He was locked into the process and making sure that I'm not going to let any of these moments slide by. Any opportunity I get to get better today, I'm going to take advantage of and make sure I do that and I execute on that. That was the Kobe mentality. That was the Mamba mentality that he carried with himself through every year of that journey of 20 years of being a pro. So for you guys, that translates to you whether you're an athlete or not, whether you're still hooping or you just transition on, you just like hearing me ramble on about basketball stuff. You have to lock into where today I'm locking in on being better today than I was yesterday. I'm locking in on making sure that I'm enjoying this process. I'm enjoying the journey. But not only enjoying the journey, enjoying the people who you have with you, making sure you have friends with you, having the right teammates with you. Because if you can have that comrade with you, that partner, that teammate with you, it makes the journey a little bit better. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, you can go at it alone. That's perfectly fine. But it's just a little bit better when you have someone to bounce ideas off of, or have somebody that can pick you up when you're down, or you pick them up when they're down. You can have somebody to laugh with, joke with, smile with, and enjoy it. I remember when we lost 9 in a row, and before the 10th game we lost, man, we thought we were gonna win. We celebrated before the game, and we got smoked the game and we lost. You have funny moments and memories like that. But then you can also smile on the good end of it to say, man, remember when we finally won that game? Man, that was, and we celebrated like we never celebrated before because we finally got that win. Or remember when we had the 10 game winning streak, man, we finally got to number 11. We thought we were going to lose because that was a tough team. You get to celebrate all these highs and lows in these pockets because you have somebody to partnership with. You have some teammate with you that was able to enjoy and take these small memories a part of this journey with you guys together. So don't just enjoy the process, don't just enjoy the journey, but take the experiences with somebody else, enjoy it with the company that you're keeping. But overall, don't get caught up on the end goal. Don't get caught up on I want to be a winner. I love winning so much. I want to be addicted to that. Or I hate losing so much. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to be a failure. I want to be addicted to the process and making sure I'm taking the right precautions. I'm doing the pre-work to make sure the work is easier. I'm doing everything I can in practice to make sure that I'm getting better than I was before. So this is not about being a lover of winning or a hater of loser. It's about enjoying and locking into the process. Now, there are pockets and times where you do want to love winning and it should be addicted to keep winning. You hear a lot of players who win that first ring, they're like, man, this feeling is amazing. I gotta keep doing it. I gotta get back here. I gotta win another one. And I gotta win another one. But they go from that to say, man, okay, let's go back into the process of how I got there. Make sure that I'm doing day 1 right. I'm treating day 2 right. I'm treating day 3 right. So when day 400 gets here, They took each day as many days as they could to make it the best to make sure that 400 was what the result that they wanted. On the other end of it, man, I am losing and I can't stand losing. I can't stand it. I hate this so much. You're going to do everything you can to make sure that today is the day I prepare to not be a loser anymore. You lock in and making sure, what have I been doing every day to be a loser? What am I doing every day to lose these games? Start changing perspective and make sure that today I'm tweaking things that made me have a loser mindset and the losing ways to make it more adaptive to winning ways. And now you want to do as much as you can every day to get further away from that goal of, or away from that spot of being a loser to make yourself be more of a winner. But every day has to be that process, because you can have one day of being a winner or winner mindset or winner days, but then you have 9 more days of being a loser. That one day kind of goes to waste now, because now you're losing the momentum that you could have gained by having that one good day. So you have to lock back in, make sure today is the best day that we have to be a winner, and lock on the process and the journey of being a winner versus the other side of it. We're so locked in on losing. You're so focused on losing, but you're probably going to lose a little bit more. So hope you guys appreciate that, man. It's not about just loving to win. It's not about just hating to lose. Locking in on the journey and make sure the process is the right thing. But also a little fun part here, making sure you have the right teammates with you too. Enjoy the journey and the process with the people that you have around you too. You want to share the wealth if you can, because it's a little bit different when you winning with your homies versus winning by yourself. But that's it, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Listen on Apple or Spotify. Do your thing there too. Appreciate you. See you on the next one. Peace.